club at Southampton, and he paid £80 for it. No, sorry, £250 for it, and it had 80 hours on the airframe. Just had it rebuilt and flew it down there, and then he sold it because it was getting a little bit too expensive to fly. The Gladiator was a successor to the Gloster Gauntlet.
What it's worth today.
Oh, no. Yes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can't even...
World War II, of course, the stories are of famous gladiators that helped defend Malta. Supposedly 3, although there's some dispute as to how many there actually were, but faith, hope and charity, remains of one of which are available in the museum in Malta.
And it's supposed to be people who flew this, who say that the Gladiator is one of the sweetest handling aircraft of the period. Well, just looking at it, the way it flies,
Being used as
special missions,
but also it did a lot of work dropping dinghies for downed airmen over the channel. And also famously for dropping supplies and agents in and out of France, where it's a very short takeoff and landing, and able to get into very small fields. And a lot of very, very brave people went in and out.
Can you imagine yourself being, what, a 22, 23 years old kid? Well, you had to be a very good pilot to be assigned to a Lysander squadron, and those squadrons doing special missions. And you would take off at night from England, here, for instance, and would cross the channel at night and go deep into occupied France, areas like Poitiers, or as down inside the country with places near Lyon and at the foot of the Alps. And there you would land resources and you would drop somewhere or something. And you would have somebody just behind you tapping your shoulder and saying, okay, let's go. And you would, of course, engine still running, and you would add power and take off in the night, in the dark, seeing nothing, and again navigate your way back towards England without radio, without GPS, of course.
Two main bases that were used by the likes of history, just there on the ground, living history.
And among the famous passengers who flew Lysanders back from France to here in England was François Mitterrand. This is faith, or is it hope, or is it charity? Malta, when these 3 mythical gladiators were used to defend the island against Italian Air Force and Navy, and of course German Luftwaffe air crews, was really a poor place in a sorry state. But obviously these aircraft were probably not so efficient in terms of military results, but they were in terms of morale.
I did an interview once with Peter Twiss, a very famous pilot, and he said his favourite aviation moment was when he was getting towards the end of his training as a Fleet Air Arm pilot at RAF, flying formation 3 Silver Gladiators. He said that was the one thing that was Kestrel. The Hawk biplanes being led there by Charlie Brown in the Hawk and Nimrod, with Stu Goldsmith in the Demon, and
into that with a little bit of
in front is the Hawk and Nimrod pulling up there. It's the navalised version of the Hawk and Fury Biter, and we are hoping
that when you look at the Fury, and if you just put nearby, you just park next to it, the Hunter, still have the elegance, very elegant aeroplanes, and the elegance in design. Those were the times where aircraft were designed using pencil, paper, and eraser, and genius, talent, heart. Here comes the moustache. British pilots of the time, when you look at the photos, some of them, 50% of them, had big moustache. This was and the elegance at the time. And so we had a pilot with cheesy face with flyers. You can see, I remember his displays in France at La Ferté, he displayed a Spitfire. And instead of displaying it at max speed and big screening, pull-ups and dives, he displayed it purring around the sky, medium speed, rolling across the sky. And you'd see another Spitfire completely displayed pure grace, elegance, rhythm, sense of time, and respect for the machine.
Of course, coming around, we now have the Demon coming around first, being flown by Stu Gillespie, followed by the one behind. You see the bombs on the under the dashboard behind. This particular aircraft was one that was sent to Afghan Air Force, repatriated back in the 1970s, rebuilt on shuttle. The Demon being trained by Stuart is subject to 18 years demonstration in its own back. And I think this is the first time three Kestrels have been heard in the air together for an extremely long time.
80 years, almost 80 years.
And it should fly very soon. But the Nimrod was the main